Hello students, today's topic is HTML tables and forms. Under that, the first topic, introducing tables. So we'll be studying how to create tables using HTML and which all tags will help us to create tables using that HTML code. So here we have the first thing is HTML tables. A table in HTML is created using the table element. Okay, we have to use the table tag. And tables can be used to display many types of content such as calendars, financial data, list, etc. And tables also will contain any type of data such as images, text, links and other tables. So we'll be going to create tables using HTML, and in those tables we will see how we can insert calendars, financial data, list, images, text, links and also tables within another table. Here are some examples of tables here, HTML tables. So you can see there are different types of tables that is formed in the browser. This table you can see, the first table, it has some rows and some columns with some content in it. In the second table here, we can see that there are images that are being inserted in the table. And here in the third table, you can see that there is a calendar. And in the fourth table, you can see the table consists of images, text and some icons over there. So these are some of the examples of tables which are being created using HTML. So we'll see some of the table basics here. Okay, so rows and cells. An HTML table contains any number of rows. Okay, so table consists of any number of rows, and rows can be created using tr element. Okay, tr element or tr tag. Each row contains any number of table data cells, that is td. Okay, so table will consist of rows and rows will consist of data cells. Okay, so collection of data cells will form a row and collection of rows will form table. And the content whatever is there which you form in the table, that has to go inside these element, that is the table data cell elements. Okay, so there is an example of table here. Okay, so table is there, then you have tr element that will help you to create a row, and inside that row you have one cell. Okay, you have one cell where you have written the death of merit. Okay, then you close that row and then you close that table. So you have formed a table, and in that table you have one row, and in that one row you have one cell, and that one cell content is the death of merit. Okay, so we'll try to create a table using some rows and some content in it. Okay, so we'll write a HTML code for that. So to write the HTML code, go for Notepad. Okay, just I'll maximize it. Okay, we'll start with the basic. Exclamatory, doc type, HTML, close this tag. Then you open up HTML tag. Okay, so we are going to write a code to create a table. So let us write table. Okay, we'll have a row by using which element? tr element. Okay, in that tr we'll have n number of data cells. Okay, so first I'll write the subject name. First cell I'll write the content, web technology, and its applications /td. Okay, I'll have one more table data cell. Okay, I'll write it as 7. Okay, /td, and I'll have one more data cell. I'll write it as e td. Okay, then I'll close this row. Okay, so this is one row, and in that one row you have 3 cells, and in the first cell I have written web technology and its application, second cell I have written 7, and third cell I have written E. That means the subject name is web technology and its application, semester is 7, and division is A. Okay, so I'll create one more row by using tr element. In this also I'll use 3 data cells. Okay, I'll write another subject here, application development using Python, okay, /td. This subject is for 5th semester /td, okay, and this I'll write it for B division /td. Okay, I'll close this row, then we'll close the table, and then we'll close the HTML tag. Okay, so what I've done in this HTML code is that I have created a table by using which element? Table element. Then I have used a row here, one row, and in that one row I have taken 3 cells, and another row where I have taken again 3 cells. Okay, so we'll be having 2 rows in that table, and each row will be consisting of 3 cells. Okay, so we'll save this program, Control S. Okay, I'll write it as 2.html. Save it in any folder you want. I have saved it in web programs. Save it. Okay, so you come back to where you have saved it, double click on it. Okay, why is this appearing here? Just a second. Doc type HTML, Control S. Okay, not this. Here it is. Run. Okay, so it's gone. So I had not used capital D there. You have to write capital D. Web technology and its application 7A. This is one row, and this is in that 3 cells are there. So first cell is web technology and its application, second cell is 7, third cell is A, and this is application development using Python, and the second cell is 5 and third cell is B. So you have 2 rows here, and you have 3 cells for each row. Okay, so this is how you write a simple code for creating a table here. Okay, and let's yes, there is one more example here. Okay, a basic example here. This is the table element, this is the tr element, and this tr element is consisting of all those td cells. Okay, so how they have written this? Table is being there, table element is there. In that table element you have this tr, and in this tr you have all these td cells. Okay, the first row consists of all these td cells. Okay, then you have another row, then another row also consists of these td cells. Okay, so their table looks like this. Okay, their table looks like this, where each row is consisting of how many cells here? 5 cells. Okay, and they have 2 rows. So this is basics of how to create a simple table. Okay, next topic what you have here is with table headings. Okay, with table headings, if you want to give tables headings like this, okay, so you can see here the first row is consisting of all the headings here. Title is there, artist, year, width and height. Okay, so table, the first row which is there, the first row will consist of all the titles. Okay, it will consist of all the titles. So the elements which will help us to incorporate titles in the code is the th element. Okay, so th element, if you all are mentioning, then that content will become the title there, and it will appear in bold. Okay, so here you can see in the code, the title, artist, year, width and height is all the title here, and rest, the second row and the third row, is the content there. Okay, so you can create headings for those tables by using which element here? th element. Let us incorporate those th element in our code. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll create one more row, tr. Okay, then here I will use th. Okay, so the first one is subject th. Okay, second heading I'll give it as semester. Okay, and third I'll give it as division, because the content below I have given according to this only. Okay, then you close this row. Okay, so what will happen is web technology and its application, above its title will be subject, above 7 will be semester, above A will be division. Okay, so we'll run this program, save it. Okay, come back to the browser, refresh it. Okay, so this is the title, subject, this is the semester, and this is the division. Okay, so in this way you can give the headings for your table by using which element here, th element. Okay, then they have written why you require table headings. A table heading th, browser tend to make the content within a th element bolder. Okay, so you'll understand what is there in that table. If it is th, it will consider as title, and it immediately the browser will make it as bold. Okay, th element is used for accessibility. It helps those using screen readers. Okay, so whoever is using screen readers, for them it will be easy if you all are using th element. Then provide some semantic information about the row, being a row of headers. Okay, so if you're using the th element, then that entire row will be considered as the row of headers. Okay, next topic we have here is spanning rows and columns. Okay, each row must have the same number of td or th containers. If you want a given cell to cover several rows or columns, several columns or rows, use the column span or row span attributes. Okay, what they're trying to say here is, now you have a table here. Okay, and in the first thing you have is title, artist, year. Okay, and here what is happening is two columns. Okay, you are using the same title for the two columns. Okay, that is size, width into height. So this column span will be 2. That means if you want to cover two columns, okay, if you want a cell to cover two columns, then you have to use column span. Okay, column span. So this thing which is there, it is covering here two columns, but the title is only one. Title is 1 but column is 2. If you want some cells to cover two columns or two rows, then you have to make use of column span and row span. If you want this, the first one which is here, the depth of merit. Okay, depth of merit, if you want it to cover two rows, then you have to write it as row span is equals to 2. The depth of merit, if you want it to cover 3 rows, then you have to write depth of merit row span is equals to 3. Okay, so if you want any of the columns or the rows to cover two or more than one cells, then you make use of the attributes column span and row span. Okay, so what is happening here is title is there, table trth title, this is the row of titles, title, artist, year, and the last title which is there, for that you have to use the attribute column span is equals to 2. So what this title will do is, it will cover up two columns. Okay, if you write column span is equals to 3, it will cover 3 columns. Okay, so next column is nothing but it is the td cells for the first row and td cells for the second row. Okay, so you can try this out here in our book. Okay, so what we'll do here is th, okay, column span is equals to 2. Okay, that means one heading will cover up two columns. Okay, here I'll write size of book. Okay, then slash th. Okay, so what this will do is, it will cover to this thing. So here I have to give two data cells. Okay, that is in terms of width and height. Size of the book I have given, so I'll mention it as width and height. Okay, so width I'll mention it as 162 centimeter slash TD. Okay, and then 200 centimeter as the height. Okay, same thing I'll do for the second row. TD 140 centimeters slash TD 200 centimeters. Okay, so what will happen here is title will be only one. Okay, title will be size of the book, but this title will cover up two cells. Okay, as I have written, column span is equals to 2. This title will cover two data cells. Okay, save this, come back. Okay, so here you can see, okay, subject here web technology and application, here the title semester, here the title is division, and this title which is there, size of book, it is covering two columns. Okay, this is one column and this is the second column. So one cell is covering two columns. That time you have to make use of column span. If you want this cell to cover two rows, okay, if you want this cell to cover two rows, then you have to write row span is equals to 2. Okay, so this is how you make use of the row span and the column span attributes. Okay, so next what you have here is using tables for layout. Okay, so popular in 1990s, it works in many situations, results in table blot, not semantic, larger HTML pages, browser quirks. So during 1990s, what they were doing is they were using the tables for the formation of layout in those web pages. Okay, so where has to be the content, where has to be the title, where to place the images, those all were put in the tables so that the layout of the web page is formed. Okay, so here you can see they have used here three titles, which are the artist, title and year. Okay, and this they have created using which element? th element. Okay, next what they have done is in the second row, you can see here the first column here, what is there, Jacques Louis David is covering three rows, so this particular cell, it will be TD row span is equals to 3. Okay, here you have to write it as TD row span is equals to 3, as this particular cell which is there, it is covering 3 rows. In the last example, one cell was covering 2 columns, and here one cell is covering three rows. So you have to write it as TD row span is equals to 3. And what is the content you have written there? Jacques Louis David. Then the second cell we have here, the date of marriage and 1793. Same way, the next rows. The remaining rows will have only 2 cells. Okay, the remaining cells here will be having 2 cells, whereas the first one is going to cover 3 rows. Okay, so the last example was how we'll make use of column span, and here they have shown an example of row span. So this particular cell is covering how many rows here? 3 rows. Okay, the next here they have shown here another example. Okay, so example for table layouts. So if you have a particular content where you have images and a number of images here, title, paragraphs and so on, that time they made use of what here? Tables. Okay, so what table used to do is it would form the content in a very particular manner or a neat manner. So you can form the content in the terms of table data cells and rows. So how they have created this particular code here is, this output here is, they have started immediately with table code. Okay, they have started with the table code, then they have started with TR stands for what here? Row. Next, the first TD cell is there. The TD cell, what they have used here is, first cell they have used an image of the castle here. Okay, there is a building out here which is known as castle. So the first cell will have entirely the image of that castle. Okay, image of that castle. The next thing which is there, the next cell, here you can see after the image, the next cell which is there, it is having a heading what it is, castle. The next thing we have is this paragraph here. Paragraph, what all we have here? We have here content in the paragraph, so that will form this content over here. Castle which is there, okay, castle, this is a paragraph heading and this is a paragraph. Okay, then next after that, other images by Michael Brook, that is being formed here, and below that content they have put how many images here? 4 images. Okay, 4 images in all that 3D cells. So the first row will contain 2 images and the second row will contain 2 images. Okay, so in this way they have formed the layout of that page by inserting paragraphs, headings and images by using which element here? TD element, TD element, TR element and the table element. Okay, next thing what we have here is additional table tags. Okay, additional table tags, and we can use here extra elements that can be used with tables. Okay, so let us see which are those extra elements. The first additional table tag is caption. Okay, the first element is caption. So what caption is used for is, caption is used for title here. So in that caption they have mentioned 19th century French paintings. So here in the code you can see there it is used as a caption here. Then you can also make use of column and column group. Okay, second type of tags you have is column and column group. This you can use for styling the table. Okay, styling the table. So here what they've done is column class, second line below the caption. Column class is equals to artist name, column group ID is equals to painting columns. So these they have used the class attribute as well as the ID. These are the selectors which we had studied in the first module. Class selectors and the ID selectors they can use for styling here. So that can be created using which table tags here? Column tag and column group tag. Okay, so the next important we have is T head. T head element, what it does is it is a collection of all the title head elements. Okay, it is a collection of all the title head elements here. As you can see, the third T head, TR, TH, title, artist and year. So T head is a collection of all the title heads of that code. Okay, so the next we have is T foot, that is the table foot. Now T head is there. T foot is the one which is formed at the footer of the table, which appears below. That appears in HTML prior to the body of the table. Okay, this thing you have to remember. What they are saying is, once you finish the title, once you have T head title, set of titles, what you expect after title is the content. After the content we write the footer. Okay, so header, content and footer is the formation of any content. But in HTML what will happen is T foot which is there, it will appear prior to the body element. Okay, so what is here, initially you have created the title by using which elements? TH element. So you'll have the title, what all they are there? Title, artist and year. These are the headings. After that we expect what to happen there? The content. What is the content here? The death of Marriott, Jacques Louis David, 1793. Okay, that content. But prior to the content you have to mention what appears below. So at the below what is there? Total number of paintings 2. That is taken as footer here. That is taken as footer. This footer appears prior to the body. So what happens? T foot, we have TR. TD column span is equals to 2. Total number of paintings. This total number of paintings which is there, it is going to cover 2 columns. Okay, is going to cover 2 columns, and the second content over there is 2. That is total number of paintings is equals to 2. Okay, after you finish writing the T foot, then appears is the T body. Okay, in this T body you have to mention the content using 3D cells. Okay, so we have how many rows here? 2 rows, and each row consists of how many cells? 3 cells. TD, the date of marriage, Jacques Louis Davis, 1793, and so on. Okay, so these are some of the additional table tags which are used with the table. The first thing is caption. This caption element which is there, it can be used to contain the title, the entire title here, one heading. Okay, second, which is there, column and column group. These can be used along with the selectors. For example, class selector, ID selector, pseudo selector, those all selectors which we had studied in module 1. That selectors can be used for styling, and they can be used along with these table head elements, table elements. Okay, next third element which we have here is t head. T head is used for to T head is a collection of all the headers there, okay, of all the titles. Okay, and T foot is where you have to place the content which appears at the below of that table, at the footer. Okay, and the last one is T body, where you have the content placed there using which cells? TD cells. And one thing to remember in HTML is that T foot appears prior to the T body, that is the table body. Okay, so that was all about basics of table.